So ladies and gentlemen, so once again, I welcome you to the next video. And today we're going to learn something about Microsoft Excel function. Function in Excel, these are predefined formulas. They help to eliminate the manual entry of formulas while giving them human-friendly names. For example, I have my numbers here. These numbers 34, 45, 33, and 23. So I'm going to add these numbers using the function name sum, and then we see how we can use that. If you have to remember in the previous video, we said the rule of Excel states that whenever you want to do any calculation, you start with equal sign. So I'm going to select one of the cell where I will input my formula. That's in cell D, D17. So I type equal sign. After that, then I have to put the name of the function, which is sum. After that, what follows is what we call the argument. Of course, I've already put the first parenthesis, which is the opening bracket. So I have to put the first argument, and the argument is now number one. So number one is 34. So I said I'm going to write the cell reference or the box name or the cell name where 34 resides. So I'm going to say this is going to be B16. B16. So now after that, I can use a comma. So I go to another value. So I put comma, then I go to the next value, which is B17, then comma, the next value, which is B18, then comma, then the last value, which is B19. So when I'm done with this, what follows is that you have to close the bracket to ensure that the function is fully complete. So if you are to see this formula before we do any kind of command, is that there are some of the things you have to learn. One is that in this function, we have an equal sign. Equal sign, I said equal sign tells Excel that you are about to do a calculation. And then we have the sum. Sum is the name of the function. Any function in Excel has a name. So when you are trying to add anything to do with addition, you have to use the function name sum. After the function name, what is follows is what we call the parenthesis. A parenthesis has both the opening bracket or the opening parenthesis and then the closing. So we have to open the bracket, and then at the end of the function or at the end of the formula, we shall close with what? With the we shall have a closing bracket. For example, if we open 10 brackets, then we need to make sure that at the end we have closed with 10 brackets. So what lies inside the parentheses is what we call the arguments, and these sometimes we call them the parameters. So these parameters now is what do you want the formula or the function to do for you. So in this case, I have these values here, which are represented with the cell reference. So I have like B16 is the cell name where 34 or the value 34 lies. I have B17 is a cell name where 45 lies. I have B18 is the cell name where 33 lies. And then I have B19 is the cell name where 23 lies. So after that, then the function is really satisfying what I want. So what I do, I have now to command. I have to command by pressing enter on the keyboard, and then I'll be able to get the sum of these values. So the other way we can do this is that I can get another way of doing this by typing equal sign, then I type the sum function, and then after that I put the argument inside the parenthesis, and in this case I will start with B16. After typing B16, then instead of using a comma, I'll put what we call a range. Range is like the starting value. What is the range? What is the given range from value A to value B, or from this given value to the other given value? So the first value here is going to be B16, and then the last value here is B19. So now I'll type the first value, the cell reference B16, and then I put the semicolon. Semicolon represent the range in Microsoft Excel. So after that, I type the last value, which is B19. So I will type B19. So when you do that, you can see all the numbers, all the values have been highlighted. Then I have to close the bracket. So when I'm done with that, I press enter to execute the command. So now you see that I will get the same answer. So normally this is how we do. And when you click on this answer or when you select this answer and you go to the formula bar on top of the columns, then you see the function appearing there. So what you need to remember once again is that a function has parts of the function is that you have to start with equal sign. Equal sign help to tell Excel that you are doing a calculation. After that, you have to name the function. Any function in Microsoft Excel must have a name, and then you have to put the parentheses. That's opening bracket and close bracket, and then inside those are the parameters. So once you are done with that, and then you are good to go, and you'll achieve each and everything you want. Otherwise, thank you guys. I appreciate. And in the case of any comment, please feel free. You can drop it in the box below, and also subscribe to our channel so that you get many videos as they come in. Thank you. Let's tune in to the next video.